Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are all safe at home. Welcome to the today's maths class. We are going to start a new concept. That is chapter number 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. Understanding Elementary Shapes. So children, in the previous session we discussed different types of basic geometrical ideas. In the chapter number 4 we discussed basic geometrical ideas. What are called a point? What is a point? We discussed what is a line segment, what is a line, intersecting lines, parallel lines, a ray, as well as what is an angle and what is a triangle and a quadrilateral and as well as circle. So we discussed what is a polygon also. So we discussed all different types of different basic geometrical ideas. What is we are going to use that in this chapter. So those are all the basic things that we are going to use in this chapter also. What is a point? What is a line segment? How to measure a line segment? Okay. What is a polygon? What is a triangle? Different types of triangles, quadrilaterals. Everything we will discuss in this chapter again. So this chapter name is Understanding Elementary Shapes. Okay, we are discussing about the shapes here mainly. Now come to the lesson. In this chapter, first one is measuring line segment. How to measure the given line segment. So I told you already what is a line segment. It has two end points. It has a particular length. It has some dimensions. Okay, it has some length, some distance. The distance between two end points is a line segment. Okay, what is the distance? How many centimeters, how many meters, or how many millimeters, that we are going to discuss measuring line segments. Further, there are three methods are there to measure the line segment. There are three methods are there. One is comparison by observation. By observing that, by observing the given two line segments or three line segments. Which is the bigger one, which is the smaller one, we are going to observe and we are going to say that which is the bigger one, which is the smaller one by using comparison by observation. Now comparison by tracing. What is the meaning of tracing? Tracing paper or by using a thread. Okay, by taking a tracing paper, we are going to measure this given line segment. Comparison by tracing. The third one is comparison using ruler and a divider. Okay, a ruler is nothing but scale. You can use the scale in different in different situations. Okay, to draw the lines or to draw the diagrams, you can use the scale. By using scale as well as by using divider. Okay, that I'll come to know that what is a divider also. Okay, so by using ruler and divider, you can compare the given line segment. Now coming to the next one is, next topic is angles. This is very most important. Angles. In this angles we will be having a right angle and a straight angle. What is meant by right angle? What is the measure of this right angle? What is meant by straight angle? What is the measure of straight angle? Okay, that we are going to discuss again. In this angles we have three types of angles are there. One is acute angle, obtuse angle and reflex angle. What is acute angle? What is obtuse angle? What is reflex angle? So when we can say the given angle is an acute angle, when we can say the given angle is obtuse angle, when we can say the given angle is reflex angle, that we are going to discuss in this concept angles. Now come to the next measuring an angle. Okay, how to measure the angle? Which instrument we are going to use to measure the angle? For line segment we can use ruler or divider. For this measuring angle, which instrument we are going to use from the geometry box? That we are going to discuss in this. Whether the given angle is acute or obtuse, by using measuring, by using that instrument, we can say that the given angle is acute or obtuse also. Okay. Now next one is perpendicular lines. Now in this concept, you see, perpendicular lines is nothing but in the previous session we discussed intersecting lines and parallel lines. Okay. Intersecting lines are nothing but two lines are meeting at one point. Parallel means they never meet anywhere. Okay, then what is meant by perpendicular lines? Okay, that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Coming to the classification of triangles. The previous session we discussed what is a triangle. A triangle is a simple closed figure. with three line segments, or a polygon with three-sided. A three-sided polygon is a triangle. But in this chapter, we are going to discuss what are different types of triangles. Okay, based on the sides, based on the angles, we can define the different types of classification of triangles also. Now coming to the quadrilateral also. The quadrilateral we discussed only what is a quadrilateral. It is a simple closed figure with four line segments we discussed in the previous session. But in this session we are going to discuss what are different types of quadrilaterals are there. Okay. Now coming to different types of polygons as well as three-dimensional shapes also. What is three-dimensional shapes? It is nothing but 3D shapes like cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone. These are all three-dimensional shapes that we are going to discuss in this chapter. So overall, in this chapter we are going to discuss measuring line segment, angles, measuring angles, perpendicular lines, classification of triangles, quadrilaterals, polygons as well as three-dimensional shapes. Now let us discuss today measuring line segment. In this we have three concepts are there: comparison by observation, comparison by tracing, comparison using ruler and divider. Okay, let's start. Right children, so measuring line segment. In this first one is a comparison by observation. Children, I am drawing two line segments here. AB is one line segment and CD is one more line segment. Now, by observing these two line segments, can you say which one is the larger one or which is the bigger? Okay, which one is the smaller one? Which is the longer? Which is the smaller? Okay, this is the longer one. Okay, we know that this is a big, from here to here it is a length is more compared with CD. Okay, this is a smaller one. Okay, right. Suppose if I draw two line segments here, this is P and Q. Okay, now this is M and N. Now, can you say that which one is the longer one, which one is the shorter one? Smaller and shorter, I can say longer and shorter, no? Right. Shorter, right. Now tell me, which one is the longer one, which one is smaller one? Little bit difficult we will get that. Because suppose if it is very close, if you observe very closely, you can say that this is the longer one, this is the shorter one. But from long distance if you observe, both are equal. So here we will get one complicated. We cannot say that by observing these two line segments, which one is the longer, which one is the smaller or shorter one. Okay, so it is a difficulty. We will get some difficulty to say that which one is the longer one from the long distance. It is very closer. If you observe, this is the longer one. Okay, and this is the shorter one. Right? But long distance we cannot. And I draw one more diagram. Suppose see this here. This is the line segment AB and this is the line segment PQ. Now tell me which one is the longer one, which one is the shorter one. Can you say that? We cannot, because see, actually I draw these two are equal in length. Both are equal in length. We cannot say that by observing which line segment is the longer one, which line segment is the smaller one. So it will not give the accurate, that is exact result. Okay, it is not possible in all the ways also. The given line segments are like this. One is the longer one, one is shorter one. We can say that AB is the longer one, CD is the shorter one. But in this case, we cannot say that both are, which one is the longer one, which is the shorter one, because I given both are equal in distance, both are same length. So this method is not work out. This method is not possible by observing that which one is the longer one, which one is shorter one. Okay, now come to the second one, comparison by tracing also. Yes, by using tracing paper. Okay, you can observe that trace means you have to measure with a thread or by using paper also. Okay, by tracing paper we can say that which one is the longer one, which one is the shorter one. Okay, by measuring. Okay, by using this, by tracing the paper we can say that which one is the longer one. But in this case also, is it possible in all the ways? It may be time taken process. Okay, to say that which one is the longer one, you can draw all the line segments. You can draw them again and again and again. Okay, so this is a time taking process. It is also not working. It is also not possible that, right? We may get some difficulty when we can say that to say that the given line segment, which one is the longer one, which one is shorter one. Now come to the third one, is comparison using ruler and divider. Children, what is the ruler and divider? In your geometry box, there are two instruments are there. One is the scale, that is a ruler. This is the ruler. Okay. In this, you will be having all the numbers are written, right? And one more is this is a divider. Did you observe? This is a divider, and you know that this is a compass. Okay. Compass have one side you have to keep the pencil here to draw the circle or anything, arc and everything. But divider, you can use only for to measure the line segment. Okay, this divider, by using scale, we can measure the given line segment and we can say that which one is the longer one, which one is the shorter one. Right? So, in this case, how to measure the given line segment by using this divider? Okay, suppose even you can draw a line segment here. Okay, AB is a line segment. By using scale, we can say that what is the length of this one? What is the length of this one? It is let us take here 30 centimeters. Okay, or 35 is there, right? Suppose this is 35 centimeters. Clear, right? So, by using this scale, we can say is it accurate? Accurate means is it exact value? Even we cannot say that by using scale also, because of thickness of the scale or ruler, we cannot give the exact value of the given line segment, the length of the given line segment. But by using divider, we will give the accurate value, exact length of the given line segment. Then how to measure with divider? Just see this here, open up, and you just measure, you just keep these two end points on the end of the both edges. Okay, you just keep like this, and after that, without any changing of this part and measure on the scale. Okay, it gives exact value of the You just measure like this, it gives exact value of the line segment. Okay, so finally, which one is gives the accurate? Accuracy means exact value, right? By using ruler and divider, even though ruler is not, sometimes it may give wrong value also because of thickness of the ruler, but divider gives accurate value, exact the length of the given line segment. Okay children, I hope you understand that. Okay, right children, let us discuss exercise 5.1 based on the line segment. Okay, now question number 1, question number 2 is both are just now discussed in the introduction part. Okay, you can do it. Now coming to the question number 3. What is question number 3 here? Draw any line segment, say AB. Okay, draw a line segment AB and take any point C lying in between a points A and B. Okay, in between A and B, you have to take a point C. Measure the lengths of AB, BC and AC. Is AB equal to AC plus CB? Let us discuss here. So solution, children, you just draw a line segment AB of any length. Okay, right. Draw a line segment AB. AB I am taking here. Okay, let us take this AB length is let us take 20 centimeters. This is the length of AB length of 20 centimeters. Okay, your wish you can take any measurement. Right, I am taking a point C in between A and B. I am taking a point C in between A and B. Here I am taking point C. Okay, now, okay, after taking the point C in between A and B, what they are asking? You have to measure AC. Measure the three lengths here. One is AB. Here AB we got 20 centimeters. Okay, then find out the length of AC and as well as BC also or CB. So suppose I am taking AC from here to here. AC is let us take 12 centimeters. Okay. Then BC from here to here it is let us take 8 centimeters. You will get compulsory. Suppose if AB is total length is 20 centimeter. Okay. I am taking a point C in between A and B. Then the length of AC I measured, I got 12 centimeter. And BC or CB will become 8 centimeter. And they are asking one question: AB is equal to AC plus CB? Yes, you have to measure that. I gave the length segment of AB is 20 centimeters, and AC by measuring I got 12 centimeter, and CB is 8 centimeter. Clear? So by adding these two, you get 12 plus 8 is 21. Yes, both must be equal. Children, you can take any measurement. For example, I took as 20 centimeter and AC will become 12 centimeter and CB will become 8 centimeters I took. You can take any measurement. Okay, let us take AB is 12 centimeter. Then take a point C on AB, then measure AC and measure CB. You will get compulsory AB is equal to, this will be satisfied, AB is equal to AC plus CB. Compulsory, you can satisfy this condition. So because here C is a point between A and B. Is this clear, children? Right, come to the question number 4 here. In this question number 4, if A comma B comma C are 3 points on a line such that AB is equal to 5 centimeter, BC is equal to 3 centimeter, and AC is equal to 8 centimeter. Which one of them lies between the other two? Here, for question number 4, here they given ABC are on the 3 points on a line such that there is a line. Okay, there is a point A. Okay, B and C. 3 points lying on this line. Okay, and they given the measurement of AB is a 5 centimeter, BC is a 3 centimeter, and AC, the total is 8 centimeters. And they are asking that which one of them lies between the other two. Now tell me, this is the only diagram for the question number 4. Now tell me which point is lying between other 2 points. Here, point B is lies between A and C. Okay, A and C here, isn't it? So B is in between A and C, because here they given AB is a 5 centimeter, BC is 3 centimeter. By adding these two, you get AC, that is 8 centimeter. So here B is between the other 2 points A and C. So this is the solution. Please copy these two. Right, children. Let us discuss question number 5. Verify whether D is the midpoint of AG. We should know first of all what is the midpoint. What is the midpoint? Midpoint is nothing but exactly middle of the line segment, middle of the point. Okay, midpoint. The midpoint divide the line segment into 2 equal parts, exactly half. Okay. Now, see this here. So, to know that whether D is a midpoint of AG or not, first of all, we can find out total length of the AG. Okay? Total length of the AG. Clear? Now, where is the A here? A is in the ones place. Okay? From A to G, how many centimeters is there? Just count it. AG is equal to, see this here, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters. Totally it is 6 centimeters. Clear? Each and every is 1 centimeter. From A, from 1, okay, count up to 7. From 1 to 7, totally 6 centimeters are there. Now, they are saying that D is the midpoint, whether D is a midpoint or not. Okay, now where is D? Here D is there. Okay. Now, just count that. Find out the length of AD. From A to D we are going to count. So 1, 2, 3 centimeters. Is this clear? It is a 3 centimeters. Right? Now let us find out GD also or DG. Okay? From here to here you can count DG. D and G which is equal to. From D to G here. 1, 2, 3 centimeters. Yes, it is also 3 centimeters. Now, by adding AD and DG, you will get AG or not? Yes, here. AD plus DG is equal to AG or not? And each and every is 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters only. Both are equal here. Both are equal. So, therefore, here, AD is equal to DG. Then D is the midpoint of AG. Okay, midpoint of AG, because here D is in the exactly middle of the AG. Exactly, it is a midpoint. From D to A it is 3 centimeter. Again D to G again 3 centimeters. This length is equal to this length. Then D divides the total length into 2 equal parts. That's why we can say D is the midpoint of AG. Okay? Just copy. Right, children. Let us discuss question number 6. Here, what is the question here? If B is the midpoint of AC, B is the midpoint of AC, and C is the midpoint of BD. B is the midpoint of AC, and C is the midpoint of BD, where A, B, C, D lie on a straight line. All these points lying on the same straight line only. Say YAB equal to CD. Okay, children, let us draw the diagram for this. You can understand in a better way. ABCD lie on the same straight line. Okay, draw the line. Right. Here it is a line segment. Right, straight line, and I am taking the points here. A. This is B. This is C, and this is D. Okay, A, B, C, D lying on the same straight line. Now here, first condition is B is the midpoint of AC. B is the midpoint of AC. Just now we discussed midpoint means it divides into 2 equal halves, 2 equal parts. Okay, so what we are going to write as B is the midpoint of AC, then we can write it as AB is equal to BC. Okay, then AB is equal to BC. Both are equal in length. Okay, now in the same way, second condition, C is the midpoint of BD. C is the midpoint of BD. Okay, as C is the midpoint of BD. So this part BC is equal to CD. Okay, because C is the midpoint, this divides BD line segment into 2 equal parts. So then CD is equal to BC. Okay, or you can write BC equal to CD also. Right? Now observe these 2 conditions. AB equal to BC and CD equal to BC. Clear? AB is equal to BC, CD equal to BC. I am going to write those 2 by using those 2 conditions. Therefore, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD. Right? AB equal to BC from first condition, and second condition BC equal to CD. So therefore AB equal to BC equal to CD. If AB equal to BC equal to CD, therefore AB equal to CD also. Right? AB equal to CD, isn't it? Right? Still you have to any confusion, let us take simple values. Okay? So this is let's take 2 units. Okay, this also 2 units. Then this also 2 units. The distance, the length of AB equal to 2 units, BC equal to 2 units, CD equal to 2 units. As B is the midpoint, AB equal to AC. Sorry, AB equal to BC. Sorry, AB is equal to BC because 2 units, 2 units. And again, as C is the midpoint of BD, then BC equal to 2 units, then CD also 2 units only. So each and every line segment, AB equal to 2 units, BC equal to 2 units, CD is also 2 units. Therefore, AB is equal to CD or not? Both are 2 units only. So therefore here, AB equal to CD. Yes. Why? Because this is the only reason BC are equal here. AB equal to BC as well as CD is also equal to BC. Then we can say AB equal to CD. AB equal to CD. Right? Come on. Copy this. Right, children. I hope you understood that today's class, that is understanding elementary shapes, measuring line segment. Okay, children. That is comparison by observation, comparison by tracing, comparison using ruler and divider. Okay, and we discuss some problems from the exercise 5.1. Children, please complete the remaining questions as a homework. Thank you, children. Have a great day. I hope you understood that today's class. Thank you, children.